Hi, this is Bill Hawkins. Thank you for joining us with Fraud Watch Friday. Uh, we're going to talk about something important today. Our veterans are heroes, and unfortunately, all too common occurrence is that scammers find ways to target these heroes. We're joined today by Rear Admiral Kent Davis. He is the Commissioner of the Alabama Department of Veterans Affairs. Thank you for being with us today, sir.
Thanks so much, Bill.
And I want to read your very impressive resume. Commissioner Davis comes to the department from Maxwell Air Force Base, where he served as the first Chief Communications Officer for the commander and President of the Air University. He's an accomplished leader with more than 30 years of senior communication, management, legal, and military experience. Retiring in 2016 as Vice Chief of Information for the Navy as the rank of Rear Admiral lower half. Thanks so much for being with us today, sir. Uh, but veterans are targeted for scams. What are some common scams that target our veterans?
Well, thanks again, Bill. There are actually several scams, but let's talk about a few which we really see all the time here in Alabama. First of all, fraudsters will often contact veterans by phone or email, claiming that they're officials from the Department of Veterans Affairs. They often claim they need to have the veteran update their records. The critical thing for folks to remember is not to automatically accept that those callers are legitimate. With potential scams like that, you should ask for the individual's name, their title, and confirm that information with the VA independently. The VA does not call veterans for this type of information. Any request would really come in the form of a written letter. Secondly, it's always important to protect your personal information. Again, in cases such as that I just talked about, don't take their word for it. Never give social security numbers, bank account information, or addresses until you can verify that the caller is legitimate. It is okay to delay responding or ask for a callback number to give information at a later time once you've been able to authenticate the call or email. Don't check using a number they give you. That's a common scam.
Okay.
Do your own research and protect your important personal information. One other note, in addition to calls, they may reach out by email or text in a scam.
Okay.
Carefully scrutinize those emails or texts. That'll help protect you from scammers. And be on the lookout for these particular red flags. First of all, suspicious messages sent from public email domains. Nearly every legitimate organization is going to have its own domain, so double check if an email comes from something like an @gmail.com or @yahoo.com. Those legitimate emails will almost always include the company or organization in the email address. Veterans should also be aware of misspelled domain names. All VA email addresses will end with @va.gov. Another thing to look for is poor spelling and grammar. Official correspondence is usually well proofed, and errors in the body of emails can be one of those telltale signs of fraud. And finally, be on the lookout for suspicious links and those high pressure urgent requests. Criminals often realize you're more likely to click a dubious link if you feel like you're under pressure. So be wary of those emails containing suspicious links or attachments that create a sense of urgency. For example, if you receive an email from VA saying your pension, compensation, or other benefit are at risk unless you click immediately on a link in the email, it's probably a scam. If there's an issue that requires urgent action, it is really unlikely that you'll learn about it through a text or email.
Okay. So what I've heard you say is if someone is contacted, what a veteran needs to do is to get all the information they can before they act. Double check that information. Don't rely on the phone numbers or the websites that the caller or the person sent you a text is sent to you. Always check it out on your own. And then if it's legitimate, you can proceed, but otherwise, don't do it. Okay. What are some other scams that are going on, sir?
Well, here's another benefit scam that we see from time to time. Unscrupulous advisors will try to sell older veterans on plans to boost their pensions by investing in financial products that make it appear they have fewer assets. Those supposed advisors often do not warn veterans that the moves could really disqualify them from other government help, including Medicaid, and strictly limit their access to their money. So that could be a big danger that veterans need to be on the lookout for.
Okay. Well, we've talked about some things that veterans need to do. So, to reiterate some of the things we've said, it's never give out personal or financial information when you receive an unexpected request by phone, email, text, or when someone comes by your house. Let unknown phone calls or numbers go to voicemail. And also be aware that scammers can spoof or imitate a legitimate business or government agency on your caller ID. So it may not really be Social Security or Medicare or IRS calling you. Government agencies will send you a letter in the mail, usually if they need to contact you. Is that correct, sir?
That's really good advice, Bill.
Okay. All right. So you've given us some great advice, sir. And I guess my next question would be if someone suspects that perhaps they have a concern or they have questions, how would they get in touch with you?
Well, I would say if anybody suspects that they've been a victim of scam or fraud, even an attempted scam, call your local law enforcement officials immediately and report it. We provide important benefits here, including through our veteran service offices. We have 61 of those offices located around the state at no cost to the veteran to provide assistance. They'd be glad to help any veteran who may be facing this situation. So please contact us at va.alabama.gov, or they can reach us by phone at area code 334-242-5077. They can also call us at a toll-free number, 1-800-827-1000. And Bill, I hope you'll have me back on the program so we can talk about other ways veterans can take charge and protect themselves and those they love from fraud. It's important.
We certainly will look forward to that. Thank you so much, Commissioner. And again, thank you for joining us today. I'm going to end today's broadcast by showing a short presentation of some events and things you might want to take advantage of that are being offered by AARP. So thank you, and we shall very much look forward to seeing you soon.